What's up, everyone? It's Coach Tony here with the Unfair Advantage, and today we have two, not one, but two amazing guests from the school that you guys all requested. Like out of all the schools we asked for, this is the most highly requested school out of all of them. We're super fortunate to have two speakers from this school, so I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and we'll get started with the Q&A.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi, everyone. My name is Robin. I am from Clarksville, Maryland. I'm currently a junior at Harvard studying statistics and minoring in economics. Cindy.
Hi everyone, I'm Cindy. I'm also from Clarksville, Maryland. I'm currently a sophomore at the college studying a joint concentration between computer science and archaeology.
You can start off with sharing about your high school experience of like what type of student were you, how were you academically, what activities you guys did. If you want to share about your high school life.
I can start. So I think in high school, I was a pretty good student in our school standards, but also like I feel like our school, it was pretty easy to get pretty good grades if you knew how to like study and how to complete the course as well. In terms of like extracurriculars and personality, I was kind of like if I am interested in it, I'm going to try it and I'm going to go for it. I really do things, even now I still do things like just because I think they're fun. And so a lot of my extracurriculars were just things that I really enjoyed doing. And so I think because of that, I was able to pour more of my energy and passion into them.
Cindy and I went to the same high school. We also grew up together. So it's very nice to be here with her. So in high school, my main extracurricular was volleyball. I played all the levels, freshman, JV, varsity, and played club volleyball out of season. And I did like the academic clubs like National Honor Society. I had an officer position there, and I did some cultural clubs, and I was pretty devoted to those too. In terms of like myself and as a student, I was a very like laid back person. I didn't really stress too much about everything because I just didn't like the feeling of being stressed. So people didn't really see me as like really intense or hardworking, but I kind of just like went with it, took the classes, took AP classes, whatever. And in high school, I was like really focused on pre-med things. So like I did a lot of volunteering, did like pre-med camps, all that stuff. And look at me now, I'm not even pre-med. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me for high school.
Is it always like I'm doing this to help me look good for the application? Or if you can share about that type of like mindset in high school.
Like our high school, a lot of people like, were resume builders. And like, I did it too, but not for the goal of getting into Harvard, just to like, I guess make myself look good. But my main goal in high school wasn't to like make myself look good. It was to like have fun and like do things that I wanted to do. Because in my opinion, it's like a lot of people's mistake to only be a resume builder because it can kind of show through in applications. Cindy, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I agree 100%. In fact, like I didn't know I was going to even apply to Harvard until like right before the applications were due, and we were just like, why not just try?
Right.
Because it wasn't even like in my realm of thinking like that I could go to Harvard. And so, yeah, a lot of the stuff I did during high school was just mainly for enjoyment. And like one of my main clubs, which was Songs for Seniors, was where we like played music for senior citizens. It was simply just because like it made you feel so good when like they would come up afterwards and be like, oh, thank you so much for playing. Like it was so heartwarming that it just makes you want to do it again and again.
For students who's like, I have no clue what I want to do or what I like to do, if you guys can share why or how students should think about that, or how did you guys discover what you guys liked and then what you guys enjoyed?
For me, it was just like sports. I liked playing volleyball, so I stuck with it, and it definitely showed through in my application. Like I like volleyball was my passion, but like in terms of other things, like trying to find my interests, I did struggle with like trying to figure out what I like. Like I thought I might like doing something businessy like FBLA, but like I literally dropped out 2 weeks in. So, but yeah, I don't think I ever found what I liked in high school until I got to college and really tried some new things. Because I kind of just like in high school, I felt pressured to be with the flow and like do robotic things like everyone else did. But yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, I tried a lot of things in high school. Like the main thing that main motto I would follow is like, you never know if you don't try. And so like I tried out for pole vaulting like sophomore year and like lacrosse junior year just because they looked fun and I wanted to do it. Thank God I did not get cut and actually got to participate a little bit. But my skill was not there, but it was fun. And then in terms of like academic interests or like other interests, unlike Robin, I did stick through with FBLA. I think I was hooked like as soon as I joined it, which is like one of our biggest business clubs. And so that was something that I was really involved in all 4 years of high school, just because I really loved the community and the competition and learning about all the different aspects of business.
If you guys can share what study methods has worked best for you while you guys in high school. Yeah, well, when you guys in high school, what study tips or what study strategies do you recommend for students?
I was definitely not the person that could go in a test and, like and not study for it. I like, you know, as a athlete, I didn't have much time to study. I would get home at like 5 or 6, eat dinner, and then I go to bed at like 10:30 because I was tired every day. So I I think the main thing would be like for me making flashcards, going somewhere quiet to study like the county library and just going through the notes. I definitely did not like take advantage of my teachers because like, you know, the teachers are always there for you to help you after like during lunch or like after school, before school. And I definitely wish I took advantage of that because when I did in senior year, like things were better for me. So I definitely would recommend that.
Yeah, second on the use your teachers. To be honest, I'm not the best test taker, and I'm still not the best test taker. So I'm still struggling with finding study methods that work for me. But I think I've definitely like, even in college, going to office hours, talking with your professors, which is kind of the same as like going in before school and after school and just asking for help on questions you don't know. That's definitely a strategy that works. Also, like personally for classes that involve more like memorization, I think going through and like rewriting my notes in a form of like kind of like a study guide type thing was helpful for me.
And like for schools that will like continue to look at the SAT, ACT, if you can provide any tips on what you guys did and how you guys went about that whole process.
Yeah, I think it wasn't until I got accepted that I truly realized that the scores aren't the biggest thing. Because I think you get psyched out with all the numbers and the number of applicants, and it's like, oh, what if, you know, they just skip over me because of my score? But honestly, like, it's not true. I really struggled with the SAT and ACT. But yeah, and not to say that scores don't matter, because I feel like they definitely would help your application a lot. Just that it's not like the main focus. And I think that was made clear after I actually got in with my scores.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like it took me until I got on campus to realize that Harvard doesn't take like perfect people. Like Harvard um is just, they want imperfect people, they want unique people. And yeah, I definitely struggled with the SAT. And like I studied for literally 3 years. So it was definitely not an easy road, but and like I realized that instead of getting a tutor, independent study was like better for me. And like honestly, it's just like practice, you know, like once you find the pattern and you can identify questions, then you'll definitely like improve.
What schools did you guys apply to? Like in the beginning of the year, what type of schools you guys were aiming? Was Harvard like your only school, or like what other schools were you guys considering, and kind of why you made those choices?
I applied to Harvard early admissions. I wasn't expecting much from that. I feel like most of the people who apply don't expect much. Um, but yeah, I applied early admission. I also applied like if I could also apply to other schools at the same time, I did. So I applied to like Northeastern and UNC Chapel Hill, University of Maryland, all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting much, and I kind of wanted to go to a big state school, to be honest, because I wanted to go to football games and have fun. But yeah, at the end of the day, I chose Harvard just because it's like it's Harvard, you know. So
Yeah, for me, I also applied early, and then along with Harvard, I applied to University of Maryland and University of Michigan. Yeah, I was same as Robin. I wasn't expecting much at all. It was just kind of like a why not just like shoot your shot. I was actually planning on like early decisioning to Cornell just because I really loved the campus. I loved the business school, but my parents were like, but it's, you know, binding. So might as well just try it for regular instead and then like shoot your shot.
How does applying early, what does that mean versus like applying during the regular season?
well, applying early definitely gives you a higher chance of getting in. I think the actually I don't know the acceptance rate for early admission, but yeah, you definitely have a higher chance. You know, you're the first fresh pool of applicants, so yeah. But just a side note, there is a difference between early admission and early decision. So like early decision is wait. Yeah, actually, Cindy, you want to take this? I
Yeah,
don't,
sure.
I don't remember. It's been like 4 years.
Yeah, so like early decision is binding, which means if you get in, you have to go. And I think schools like NYU, Cornell, those types of schools, along with a whole bunch of others, are binding. So I think with early decision too, you can't apply to any other early decision schools just because it would conflict. And then early action, yeah, early action is you can apply to other non-private early action schools. It's also been a
Yeah,
little bit, I
it's in
think.
the fine print somewhere.
Yeah, it's not binding. So the main difference is like one, you're committing to it if you get in automatically, and then one, you have like a little bit of choice leeway that you can kind of take to apply to other schools as well.
What role did your kind of family play in the whole college admissions process?
I can start. So family, I think, can go both ways. They can be like a stressor, a major stressor, and they can help support a lot. I know during the like first semester of senior year, I was really stressed. I would cry a lot just to like get my feelings out. But like my parents would be understanding and they just be like, oh, do you want some, you know, like chicken nuggets and try to like console me and help out. But at the same time, every once in a while, they would be like, oh, did you submit this application? Have you written your essays yet? And that definitely adds to the stress of it. So there are definitely like tensions that arose during that period that also like solve themselves every once in a while. Yeah, chicken nuggets are great. Chicken nuggets and ice cream. That's what I lived on senior year. And then in terms of like, besides my parents, my brother was such a big help. He's the one that mainly encouraged me to try to apply to Harvard. He helped me edit my essays, like would tell me when things didn't sound good, which was like a great reality check. Because sometimes you get so absorbed into writing your own stuff that you forget kind of how it sounds to the other people. So it was really helpful having him there.
Yeah, my mom was really scary. I didn't like that at all. She was definitely really trying to be hands-on. I kept pushing back because I wanted to be more independent, and she was trying to like, um, you know, fix things on my application, and I just didn't let her do that. And I'm happy I did. And yeah, but I really relied on my English teachers in high school for the essay. They really helped me a lot. Stayed after school, got help. My guidance counselor was somewhat useful, you know. And yeah, I was mainly independent though, like going online, researching schools.
Like, was location a factor for you guys?
I wanted to be as far away as possible. But like, but yeah, I mean, my parents didn't want me on the West Coast because they wanted me closer to home, like in driving distance. I wanted to pick a school in a warmer climate, but instead I'm in like freezing like freezing weather, 6-month winters. So yeah, I mean, I guess location didn't really matter to me because I picked the school based on like its reputation. So yeah.
Yeah, same with me. I was planning on applying to schools on East Coast and West Coast. I mean, my brother lives on the West Coast, so it wasn't going to be that big of a problem for my parents. Yeah, I was fine with anything. I think my main thought was like I didn't really want to stay a 30-minute drive away from my parents. But other than that, it was fine.
Wasn't that a super, super awesome interview with Robin and Cindy? That was only half the interview. I still have the second half I need to upload later, but the second half talks about life at Harvard, and they actually answer student questions as well too. So if you enjoyed the video, I definitely appreciate a like, smash that like button, and down below, if you want to leave a college that you want to hear from, I can definitely reach out and try and make it happen. So leave any schools that you want to hear from after in the comments. I'll try to make it happen for you all. So smash the like button, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button as well too. I'll see you all in the next video.